Did you officially go into a backup offer on that, or was it just that you knew that you were competing, you knew they went with the first one, and did you say, like, I'm curious how you stayed in the mix there until you heard that came into the front of the spot?
Yeah, we did put in as a backup offer there. So as soon as they ran into trouble with that, they came back to us. So
Love it.
yeah, we did.
I always tell people that, and I'm glad that was the case there, and you brought that up, because a lot of times when we lose out on an offer, especially on a property that's going to work, we always try to go into a backup position and just say, hey, listen, we're interested, we love it. If we can make this work, or if something happens to fall through, let us know, please, and we'd be really interested. That sellers really like that, but it also, if you don't do that, a lot of times you don't get a call back. We assume that they're going to call us back anyways because we made the offer. It almost never happens. The listing agent usually just puts it right back on the market and hopes that somebody comes back. And sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. But if we go in a backup position, in an official backup position, we eliminate the risk of somebody else coming in over the top of us again. But also, that seller is more strict and willing to really look at the financing of the primary offer and all the things that the primary offer is asking, maybe on inspections or things that they want to fix. And they'll say, hey, listen, I've already got a backup offer here that's really qualified. And so, if I know as a seller that I've got an option to go to the secondary offer, many times they look for, they'll be very strict with that first offer. And so we always go in a backup position. It's crazy how often the backup position gets called up on offers. We don't think it would happen that often. It happens a lot. And I always tell people, especially in environments where you're competing. Now, we don't compete as much anymore as we used to, but it was really, really important piece of information to have when you are competing in an environment. There's a lot of competition, and in your case, even with just one other person going in a backup position, puts you right in the line to be called up. So was this a new build? Was this a value add type property? Walk me through the type of property we're looking at.
Yeah, so it was an older home. An Amish gentleman was the one that had purchased it. He rehabbed everything, so it was all brand new siding, roof, interior was all redone. So it was essentially like a new build, but he redid an old house and brought it back to life. And so we did not have a lot of work to do as far as the structure of the home. It was pretty well ready to go. So we just had to come in, do the design side of it and make it look good. So
love it. I love when I have somebody that I'm buying from that's the Amish community. When they do any sort of remodel or rehab on stuff, it's done really well and
that's right,
and good quality, right?
Yep, so, absolutely.
Especially all the woodwork and, like you said, the siding and the woodwork and the roofing and all that stuff is always going to be really good.